Hello everyone. Thank you for the opportunity to present my work. This project was done in Unit Eco Warriors called Streets, Urban Food Reservoirs. The project focuses on developing a street design plan from the perspective of edible gardens, as well as creating an active social space. We can see from the city grid that as much as 20% of the area is covered by primary streets. Looking at the current design of some of the streets, you can see that the edge is underutilized and only partially designed. The vendor and the parking zones on most streets are not integrated into the design, and well-defined continuous pedestrian network is also missing. One of Gandhinagar's key streets, that is 100 meters, is also partially built, leaving underdeveloped edges. While there is green space on either side of the ROW, it is neither used nor integrated well. On the other hand, these are examples from the streets in Portland that were an inspiration for me. Here you can see they are designed with gardens integrated into the footpath. This could aid in not just greening streets, but also help in groundwater recharge and bring other environmental services. For Gandhinagar city, with its huge ROWs, this can be a great strategy for not just greening, but also connecting residents and activating the street as a productive infrastructure. So for the design of gardens, the key strategy is the layering of plants, the upper story or the canopy story, the mid story with fruit trees, the shrub layer with vegetable plants or pollinator friendly plants, and finally the ground cover. This will aid in different natural processes such as protecting topsoil, building mulch, supporting different species, and rainwater percolation. At street level, the gardens will appear as shown on the left. Space allocated for each garden will be 4 by 8 meters and 25 meters deep from footpath level and spaced every 10 meters. Furthermore, as you can see on the right, some of the allotments can be designed to support social activities such as vending areas, play areas, or libraries. So these sections show how the strategy will be integrated on different primary streets. For example, as you can see, the center for all primary streets is a green median, followed by a carriageway on either side, and lastly integrated with a 12-meter wide footpath with allotment gardens. So to show this strategy at a conceptual level, first all streets will have a continuous pedestrian network. The secondary streets will also be linked with continuous footpaths. Further, all primary streets will have a defined median based on the ROW, along with bioswales, gardens, and allotments integrated into footpaths. Lastly, as can be seen, each sector's central place is further proposed as a green space. Now, I will demonstrate how this works at the scale of my design for a 100-meter wide street. So for this, the site chosen is a stretch of 900-meter along 100-meter street. First, you can see the block slices are very large and this internal street network is ending abruptly. This pink line shows the streets that will be widened and connected to the primary street. The next layer is the addition of 12-meter wide footpath on either side of the street with allotment gardens. Next is the addition of cycle track, service lane, and the multi-utility zone consisting of linear swales, vending, seating, and parking areas. Next is the 3-lane wide carriageway on either side and 16-meter wide median, programmed as green and social space, incorporating public activities such as markets, play zones, etc. Lastly, to create a more active edge, I have updated the regulations for the plots abutting the streets. These plots will have high-rise commercial storefronts, which will be built to line so as to maximize the frontage. The permissible ground coverage is 70%, with the compulsory 10% of total area being reserved for green spaces. The maximum height of the building can range from G+7 to G+9. This is the zoomed in map of the same plan. It shows all the details, including private lands, the design of the ROW, and the allotment gardens integrated into the footpath. These allotments will be available to commercial store owners on lease from the government to design and maintain as per guidelines under CSR initiatives. Walking on this 100-meter wide street might look something like this. The choices in the planting palette are suggestive of the kind of species that can be grown. The idea is to also bring native biodiversity and diversity to the streets. All these strategies will aid in creating not just active space but a place where citizens want to come, enjoy, and to be surrounded by gardens. At every 30-meter interval, the same allotments can be designed to add social amenities. The different designs are worked with a modular system with the metal structure to ensure resiliency in public space and add a range of programs. The same architecture will also be installed on the median. This section integrates all parts of the ROW. Within this section, we can see how I began, which was to create gardens with layered landscapes, interconnected tree canopies, while tying different invisible processes together. In addition to improving the city street system, it will attract other species as well. Finally, to end, this is the view of 100-meter wide street showing different scales of intervention and how it will act as an overall productive system. Thank you.